you're the host.
It says it's recording.
Hmm?
It says it's recording now.
It's recording. Oh, okay, okay, right. So let me think. At last meeting, I just said about my first question is the teaching style of American teachers encouraging or pressuring? So
I
Daniel
think.
just said, hmm?
Oh, I was gonna answer. Sorry.
Okay. Um, my partner and I said, in China, most of teachers' style of teaching is pressuring. You got it?
Yeah, and
Uh,
I'd say,
and and
can I put in
you
an
you
input?
say
I think
you
that
you say
teachers here are like styles very much depend. Like I've had a lot of teachers who are very different. Like some are very intense, and some are very
oh
like let it go with the flow. Like I've gone into classes and they're like, okay, go sit wherever you want, sit in groups, sit with your friends. And then I've gone into classes where they're like, you sit here, you sit here. I don't know. It just depends on the
oh
teacher.
oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, Daniel just said, her teacher is much encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
So my second question is that it's a more specific question. Yeah, we all did calculations up to 10 in elementary school. Would your teacher test you with more than 10 combinations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division?
In what grade? What age?
In just like one grade in primary school or two grade in the first grade or second grade in primary school.
I don't think they really do barely much math at all.
Really,
Like
really?
they do, like they try, like like I don't know. In America, math isn't pressured on as much until like I'd say like we don't even learn algebra till middle school or high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you're
In
smart, you learn algebra in middle school. Like if you're really smart, but if you're like an average like normal student, you'll learn it in high school most of the time. So we're
well
like,
that
is that how it is there? Or?
well I don't how to say in China and in primary school we have to systematically study math, and there is a teaching system for math and for primary school student. We're not it's necessary for us to learn calculations.
Yeah, we learn it. We just don't, and like we learn our numbers, but I don't think we actually start doing calculations till probably around like third grade is when students
Oh
really start to understand
yeah,
math.
so that reflects a question. I want to say that is okay. Let me see. Uh, okay, my opinion is, therefore, even the actual purpose of the first grade primary school students to learn mathematics has greatly exceeded the category of training basic calculations ability, and evolved in a pure intelligence training and even intelligence games. And this is very different from American teaching.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, I agree.
So, okay.
I'd say what how do your teachers deal with like if a kid's behaving bad in class? Like how would they go about that? Like if a kid was like acting bad.
I think that in recent years, teachers tends to be more gender or and well no gender or tender, and they will encourage them instead of punish them.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but in my age, when I was in primary school, my teacher always punished me and scold me, or for example, he liked to clap my face to punish me.
Really?
That's I terribly don't like that. It's just like a terrible dream.
Yeah, it's like not a proper form of
Yeah,
teaching. Like,
I think that he is he's not respect me.
yeah, it's hard to respect someone if they can't show any respect to you.
Yeah, so I'm not in favor of this way of teaching.
Me either. I agree. I think that you should be nurturing and
Yeah,
like
so
forgiving.
uh, but now they don't clap their students' face.
Yeah, that
So
quit happening in America like a long time ago.
yes.
Like probably like 30, 20 years, maybe
Well,
longer than that.
30, 30 years.
Like
I
my dad said that they quit. My dad's like 50 something, and they said that they quit like hitting kids like when he was in high school. So
okay.
it's been a long.
It's indeed been a long time. 20 years ago, I haven't. But I was not born at that time.
Yeah. I'm only 21, so
Okay. So my screen protection comes out. Okay. The next is my partner's question. Um, he just talked about the way of teaching. Yeah, he said, in the classroom, the current way of education is more rational, using a combination of work and leisure. Most students will find it boring to listen to the lessons, but if their teacher tells some stories in the middle, they will be fascinated. Now that requirements for teachers are getting higher and higher, our future teaching will have to work hard in this regard.
yeah, I learned in my English class, my professor taught us about how a person our age in America has the attendance span of 3 minutes before the teacher has to do something attention grabbing.
Yeah. And his next question is the same as yours. It just uh, he asked, "What would you do if you meet a more mischievous student?"
Um, I'd probably just talk to them, like take them aside away from the class and ask them why they're acting the way they are and try and see if there's like something wrong emotionally or something that's
Yeah, that.
causing them to act away. And then I'd take them back to the class. And if they continue to act out, maybe get a hold of their parent or whoever takes care of them and let them know that they're acting out. I wouldn't like go to the principal unless it became like a serious issue that like seriously took away class time.
I think it's a proper way to deal with this thing.
Hmm.
Okay, that's for our question.
All right. I think that's good. I think we can call it here.
Okay,